35 a day. See what I'm saying? I was making, well, not me, my people that was making like 35 for a day and shit. I was making
Right.
probably like 900 a day. See what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck that rap shit. I ain't worried about, you know what I'm saying? I'm eating in the streets. See what I'm saying? So I wasn't even really making no music, really barely listening to music. They ain't lying, brother. I was all straight hustle. See what I'm saying? So it took for my brother to get me back in that music shit. Cause he was fucking around. He, you know, we been was supposed to be doing some shit or whatever, but we just ain't never get a chance because that's my second brother. So we
Right.
ain't grew up in the same household and shit or whatever.
Oh,
See what I'm
okay.
saying? My daddy's child, he got another mama. So when Katrina and shit hit, see what I'm saying? We ended up doing our little mixtape. Well, it was his mixtape, and I was in Dallas at this time. He was in Houston, and he ended up calling me out and I'm coming down there, the Houston or whatever. And I got on like 5 or 6 songs on his mixtape. See what I'm saying? And that's what really like started me back up with that rap shit.
Goodwill. Goodwill. Hey, Will, this shit is fucking gold.
You feel me?
Real shit. Real
Yeah,
shit.
bro.
Real
But
shit, brother.
yeah, I've been fucking with you for a minute. You heard me?
Right.
So, um, damn, we done took care of everything in our little shit. You heard me? But I want to talk about your music. You
Yeah.
heard me? Um, how long you been rapping for?
Man, shit, bro. I've been rapping since I was like 11 years old. No, I probably before that, like probably like 10, 11 years old, but I ain't gonna lie. I've been rapping. I've been rapping, bro.
How long you been recording your shit? Cause I remember before you used to come holler at me. You heard me? Well, on your way out, before you used to go to the studio and shit, you used to come get straight from me and shit.
Yeah,
And I'd be
yeah,
like, man, where you going at? You heard me? You be like, I'm going to the studio.
right,
You heard
right.
me? So how long you been putting it down on wax?
I, I ain't gonna lie, brother. Like I told you, I've been rapping since I was like 11 years old, 10, 11 years old. So when I first started rapping, I was recording on a fucking karaoke machine, man. My
Right.
first, my first song and shit was on the tape, like the tape, the cassette player.
Yeah.
So,
You used to dub your shit? Like you used to dub the like the instrumentals and shit?
no, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. We was kids, man. So all of like, it was like me and like 3, 4 of my other little partners or whatever, and we was like, I ain't lying, we was young, so we would just. Now they had another nigga. He was a little older than us, and his name was Renaud or some shit like that, Renaud, some shit like that. And that nigga was nice too. Now he probably was doing the most and doing all the extra shit with him, with his shit, because he was a little older or whatever. But with us, all we was doing, throwing the beat on, going in that bitch is rap, and have it come out, it come out. Like we wasn't doing no cleaning shit up, and you know what I'm saying? Now we fuck up, we'll probably start all over or whatever. But for the most part, we were just rapping that shit on a karaoke machine and sending it, letting our people hear that shit. But I ain't gonna lie, like even with that, like that shit was like people was fucking with it. Like my shit always like hit. Like I ain't never really had no like, like even when I was young, I was making like they like, damn, bitch, you really it's a real, you know, you really know how to rap. You know what I'm saying? So I've been putting that shit down, dog, since a
Yeah.
child. Since a child, dog, on
Straight
cassette
up.
tape. On cassette tape.
So what you what
And I
what you
used to
got?
get good feedback from it. Cause we used to go around the project and let people hear it, you know, put it in their car. And I had a little, look at the, you know, the little radio, you know, the radio, you know, remember the little portable radios, the
Yeah.
little,
The
niggas
boom
used to
box
carry
and shit.
around and all that. I used to have one of them. And I used to walk around the project and play my shit. Nigga like, damn, bitch, y'all, not, you know what I'm saying? So I've been doing that shit, dog.
Straight
I
up.
just ain't never really get my big break for real, because, and that was on me, like, cause when I was like really like hot, and when I was in school and shit, I was battling niggas and all that when battle rap was popping, and I used to be battling. That was like a billionaire. See what I'm saying? But the thing about it, like, I ain't really pursue it after like I ain't, you know, after I started getting older and shit, cause it wasn't paying no bills. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I started fucking with it. So I ain't really rapping. I ain't rap for a minute. I was in the streets hustling, and like you said, I was making shit. We was making about 35 a day. See what I'm saying? I was making, well, not me, my people that was making like 35 for a day and shit. I was making
Right.
probably like 800-900 a day. See what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck that rap shit. I ain't worrying about, you know what I'm saying? I'm eating in the streets. See what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even really making no music, really barely listening to music. They ain't lying, brother. I was all straight hustle. See what I'm saying? So it took for my brother to get me back in that music shit. Cause he was fucking around him, and we been was supposed to be doing some shit or whatever, but we just ain't never get a chance because that's my second brother. So we
Right.
ain't grew up in the same household and shit or whatever.
Oh,
See what I'm
okay.
saying? My dad's child, he got another mama. So when Katrina and shit hit, see what I'm saying? We ended up doing our little mixtape. Well, it was his mixtape, and I was in Dallas at this time. He was in Houston, and he ended up calling me out, and I'm coming down there, the Houston or whatever we were, and I got on like 5 or 6 songs on his mixtape. See what I'm saying? And that's what really like started me back up with that rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
said, I was all hustle. But then my brother got killed. See what I'm saying? Like I was supposed to be going to stay with that nigga or whatever, and that nigga got killed like 2 days before I was about to come move with him. And that shit threw me back off the music. See what I'm saying? I fell back for a little while after that, and I don't know. I just like picked. I don't know. Something just got back into me. I just picked it back up and fuck, started going back hard with that shit or whatever. But like I said, I missed my break like when I was like in high school, and cause like everybody knew me. Like how them young niggas doing this shit like right now when they in school, they take that break. Like, but right now we ain't have social media and all that.
If
See
we
what I'm
had
saying? It
that,
was
it'll
all
be a
about
whole
real
different
hustle.
game. You hear me?
Exactly. See what I'm saying? See, if you popping right now and you going to school, you could use them school fans to, you know what I'm saying? Because they gonna fuck with you once they see you doing some of your shit like I was. If we had social media when I was coming up and doing my thing, I would have been popped. But
Yeah.
like I said, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no social media,
Especially
nothing
back
like that.
then, because New Orleans had super talent. They still do. You heard me?
Facts. That's
But
what it look.
but
I ain't
back
just
then it was just like raw talent everywhere,
man.
dog. Raw
Facts.
talent.
Facts. Facts. And I was punishing shit. Like when that was around the time that bat nigga was battle rapping. Like you had to be
Yeah.
a fire bat. And I was punishing shit. Like real talk. I've been doing that shit. But like I said, I just fell off and started, fucking with that coke and shit. And once I was in the streets, I'm like, man, look, I ain't worrying about no rap money. I'm getting street money. You know what I'm saying? We was living like that. So I wasn't tripping on that rap shit. But then I'm like, that shit, you know what I'm saying? Getting old, and fifth district had moved in on in my little area and all that. I'm like, I can't be playing with these people, you know what I'm saying? So I moved around and shit. That's how I ended up in La Plaza.
Straight up.
That's how I ended up in La Plaza. So my sister and them was out there. My sister and them moved out there first. And then my mama moved out there. And then I was like I said, I was still in the streets or whatever for a minute. And like I said, once Fifth District moved, like on the next block from where I was doing my thing, I shut out.
So how it was moving to La Place, was it a culture
Kevin,
shock? Uh,
Kevin,
how it was to you? I know compared to anybody that ain't from there, it could be something. You can look at it like slow country. Uh,
no, look, I never looked at the players like on those little on those little shit because I met I know a lot of niggas like just like you like on some, see what I'm saying, on that type of time like so I ain't never like even though it's just like I was telling you about the Nightwall situation. It'd be country on some shit because of the dress code and all this, and the different, where we think, not really think, because all of us, New
compared to
Orleans, all
Uptown.
of Louisiana think, people from Louisiana kind of think alike, but our demeanor is, everybody, our demeanor is a little different. And that's just not even in us. That's not just from the city to St. John, from New Orleans to St. John. That's
Well,
even
uptown to downtown, to the
within
east,
the
to the
city.
west.
Huh?
From uptown to downtown, from the east to the
It's
west.
it's even like
It-
that. See what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you heard me.
And
That's
like I
how I
was saying
looked
about
at it out there. You heard me.
yeah.
Like uptown
Okay.
was it, and if you was in uptown, you heard me. Uptown was like a New York. You heard me.
No, you think so?
Yeah, yeah. It was like
Downtown, like New York, like the St. Bernard, that was New York. That was
See,
basically
the
the
reason
baby
the
New York.
reason why I say Uptown was like the New York because in the '90s when I was growing up, you heard me, it was either New York or LA. But New York
Right.
had like the fashion, the lingo, you heard me? Like
I
the
say
trendsetter. The trendsetter, everything that
right,
it came from New York, you heard me?
right,
Back in the
right,
day
right,
when I was growing up. So when I
right.
look at New Orleans, you heard me, I compare
The
Uptown to New
trends
York
came over
because
uptown.
yeah, everything gonna touch Uptown first, you heard me? Then it
I agree
trickle
with
down.
that.
Then it
I
trickled
definitely
down to the other wards and the east and the west, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
I agree with that. They like they like uptown always did have like all the work and see what I'm saying? Like they get like you said, get the shit first. Like they gonna get the work and all
Yeah.
like you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
look at
Like they
where they
always
at.
had work than anybody in the city.
Look at where they at. They right there in the midst of it all. You
Right,
heard me?
right.
All them big ass buildings and
Yeah, that's
all that
true.
money coming through, you dig, man? They got
Right,
money, man, shit, boy.
right. That's
Or
true.
back in the day, dog, shit. I don't know, dog. You say you a
No,
little younger
uptown
than me, huh?
Uptown, look, I know Uptown was a whole
Man,
different. Look,
in the
look,
90s,
man,
in the
that's another
90s,
yeah. In the '90s, I was a child,
man,
but
man,
my
man,
my my
dog.
my cousin daddy used to stay in the Cali, so I used to go back there, and I used to be, like I from the vibe from the seven walk. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like it ain't about no just no St. John or no whatever. Like even within the city limits, like from the St. Bernard to the Calio, like man, that whole like when I in the Calio, dog, I swear to God, the whole vibe is a totally different vibe from
Yeah,
my project. See what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And even though, I was young at this time, but I'm still like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't crazy. Like, I know, you know what I'm saying? This
And
shit,
you can
how
see,
they moving this shit is different. See what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. Like, even within the city limits, like, it's like I said, like how the name was is they dress code and shit. It changed drastically from everybody else in the city.
yeah,
So of course we gonna look at it like that's on some country shit.
yeah,
Even if you look at a motherfucker from like New York and all that up north or wherever, they look at people from the New Orleans like we country. You know what I'm saying? Louisiana period. They say we country. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And I wait like I ain't country. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah,
from other spots, we going that's how it's going. Even in Texas, look how they talking shit out there. You be like,
yeah.
then these niggas country as a motherfucker. But you think them dudes feel like they country?
Oh, fuck the world. They
See what I'm
look.
saying?
When I say country, ain't no bad way. You heard me?
Fuck
Cause
no,
it's
country
like
don't mean bad all the time.
they live
Country
that
don't mean bad.
they embrace that country life. You heard me? But at
Right.
the same time, you heard me? They turned up so bad out here. You heard me? I'm talking about turned up. Man, I'm thinking I'm coming out here to live somewhere better than anywhere in Louisiana. You heard me?
Right.
Man,
Right.
these people getting 10 murders a night, dog.
Damn.
Goodwill.